Okay, so this practice is one of the core games that we're using with the under-8s for this term, where we're looking at individually how we create, attack and exploit space, mainly working on the individual, the work that they do on and off the ball. So the practice, as I say, it's one of the core games, real nice simple one, but lots and lots that we can do with it. So first of all, I've just got 4 goals. I'll use this nice bright green pen for that one, and I've got the pitch is divided into quarters. So I've got quarters on the pitch, and like to use flats for this, little flat markers, so they don't get in the players way too much. And that's it. That's the entire pitch design. Then on the pitch, it's going to be a 3 versus 3. Now I'm not going to lock players in, so they can attack and they can move and they can go wherever they like within the game. I try and replicate what the kids would do if I didn't exist, if they were just playing a game on the street themselves, and locking them in I think takes away from that. There's lots of other ways that you can develop creativity without restricting the game too much. So that's what I try to do. So the game is really, really simple. It's completely multi-directional, but always with areas to attack and defend. So I'll start on the side with the ball, I'll feed it in. So for example, to the blue team, and all the blues have to do is attack and score in one of the 4 goals. The condition is that to start with, they can't score in a goal where there's an opposition defender. So if you're looking at the pitch as it's set up at the minute, obviously the blue player would just turn and would just score in the goal behind them because there's no opposition, there's no red player within that quarter. If the red player was in there, and I played it into the blue, the free goal is now this one here. So we're looking at the blue player trying to find ways to turn and escape to be able to score in there. But obviously as it's a team game, it might be that they receive it and a teammate runs to receive it in there, and they could turn, pass to the teammate, and the teammate can score in the free goal. I've got complete control over who I give the ball to, where I play it. So I could play it deliberately into a player in a really difficult situation, or I could play it into a player who's got a relatively easy situation. So I've got management and control of the game in that respect. There's then lots of little tweaks and little additives that we can add on. This is a core game that we're going to use every session or every other session for 6, 8, 10 weeks, depending on how long your block of work is. But the beauty is that the children will really understand the game. They understand the 4 goals, the way that they can score in areas, but they can't score in other areas. And it's then up to me and my skills as a coach to motivate them and bring out the magic within the game. So one opportunity that we could look at is, rather than saying that you can't score in a goal that's got nobody in it, you can only score in a goal that's got nobody in it, sorry. The alternative is to say you can score in one, but it has to be one where there's a 1v1. So if I play it into the blue player there, he could attack the free goal here, but actually, if we can attack a 1v1 and score, that might be worth 2 points instead. And now we're going to get a little bit of work from the Reds on defending 2v1, and now we've got a little bit more opportunity to create space in other areas. So that's one thing that we could do. We could, if we've got an unbalanced situation, so say the 2 blues are the strongest players in the group and they're finding it easy to get success, we could condition the blues that they can't score in the same goals in a row. So if we score in this one, that goal is now gone for the blue team. They've now got to score in the other 3. Once they've scored in that one, they've now got to find a way to score in that one, and they've got to get 3 in a row to win the game. So something like that to maintain the motivation and maintain the challenge of the children within the session. As I say, it's a core game. They're going to play it lots of times, and that's a way that I can ensure that we keep the motivation, we keep adding it up. We might structure it so that we play games of 3 minutes and they play 4 or 5 lots of 3-minute games. Can they win the majority of those 5 lots of games, for example? So same practice, lots and lots of great returns and great opportunities to practice receiving, identifying and creating space and exploiting space as an individual, a little bit on how you do it as a team, but then loads of wicked ways that you can introduce extra elements, extra steps to make it more engaging and more exciting as they continue to play it week to week to week. They master the game, but we ramp up the challenge.
Thank you.